Tonight, from CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks taking on Phillip Rivers and the Indianapolis Colts.
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Out comes the Indy offense for their first drive of the game, and leading him out, their new quarterback for 2020, the longtime Charger, Phillip Rivers.
I don't know what it is, partner, but every time I watch Phillip Rivers play, I just have a big grin on my face because he plays the game with such joy. Loves being out there. Remember, he's part of that great 2004 class with Eli Manning and Ben Roethlisberger, two of them still in the league today. Now he's probably going to go over 60,000 passing yards and 400 touchdowns this season. The big question mark, how much does he have left in the tank? I think he's got plenty.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Rivers over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle, the Pro Bowl tight end, and now it's 3rd down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Taking it about the 36. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
To try here for the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Take over 1st and 10. at their own 27-yard line.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
The no-fly zone certainly not existing on this drive. They've had no trouble moving the ball through the air. Back-to-back big-time completions. So now if you're a defense, what adjustments are you going to make to try and keep them at the end zone?
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
So 1st and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick six. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. Touchdown, Seahawks. Wilson. Go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Now the Colts offense going back to work. The new-look Colts offense, I guess we should say, they made a lot of changes really on both sides of the ball since their 7-9 season of a year ago.
And the biggest change? Just look at the quarterback. It's Phillip Rivers coming in from the Chargers where he'd spent his entire career. You also have to look at the offensive backfield as well. Marlon Mack, he carries the ball well for them, and now they added Jonathan Taylor from Wisconsin in the draft. That's a heck of a 1-2 punch, and Frank Reich, their head coach, says they're going to ride the hot hand in terms of carries.
Now you also add Michael Pittman on the perimeter, and then DeForest Buckner coming over from the 49ers. That should help as well, CD. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bruce Irvin came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And that sack leaves Rivers and the Colts with a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And he's been busy with his feet. He's been quite the scrambling man.
And obviously that can break down a defense, but a lot of it is just that they just get trapped with worrying about it so much that other things break down as well. You know, you break the huddle, and you're not just playing what comes out at you. You're like, oh, God, don't let him outside of the pocket. Don't let him beat us with his legs. And then he starts to beat you other ways.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm on.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. This is caught inside the 15. It's a gain of 34.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. He's going to take off with it. And he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Here's Wilson to throw. Dancing to, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. He told us he was going to hit the end zone a couple times in this game. I just don't know that he envisioned doing it in the first quarter.
He probably did. I'm not sure we did,
yeah.
right? Because all the great ones, that's what they do. They dream about it, right? They think about it. They envision it. They think it's going to happen and almost will themselves into it. I just look at what he's done so far and just wonder what's left to come. Let's sit back and enjoy this one.
It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run.
Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a 2nd drive, no 1st down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just one throw.
Second down, Rivers. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jaron Reed forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. And that sack leaves Rivers and the Colts with a 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. It's to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
We just saw part of the reason why Philip Rivers is no longer a Los Angeles Charger. Threw 20 interceptions a year ago, 3rd most in the NFL. And look, throughout his career, he's never been shy about testing tight coverage with his arm. It bit him right there, though.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. He'll drop to throw. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
And he got it there. On 1st down, Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 18-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw is Wilson. Forced out to him, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting him.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-7.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Takes it at the 7. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Indy set to go on offense once more. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play.
Adams there on the tackle.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
From the gun, Rivers. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. On first down, Hines. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
16 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run with Hines. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On the Seahawks, 32.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rivers taken in by the tight end Doyle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 12-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Rivers on first down. And his throw is incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Rivers going to give this one to Taylor. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, Rivers. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown.
T.Y. Hilton.
8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's capped off by the T.Y. Hilton touchdown. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 22. He's back to throw here to start the drive. He'll find Metcalf. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Second and 5. Now it's Wilson. Complete here. It's Hyde. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines, and he's corraled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
1st down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now it's Hines. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From just shy of midfield, Rivers. He's got Jack Doyle. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
8 yards there. 1st down, Indy.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a give to Taylor. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6.
2nd and 6.
On the handoff, Taylor. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. And Pascal's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So 2 3rd-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
The Colts, 1st down.
On the delay, here's Hines. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Jaron Reed on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second and 8. Throwing, Rivers. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Rivers pass.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
3rd down.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got his man, Hilton. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. 2 veterans, Phillip Rivers fighting T.Y. Hilton. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Blankenship out for the point after.
Extra point.
He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So that drive spans 13 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Wilson. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Flush to his right. He'll run it. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. 7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10.
At the 10-yard line.
Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Brought down by Anthony Walker. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. That's complete right around the 8. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by the care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Not only another 1st down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
Here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
For Tyler Lockett.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
Phillip Rivers.
And Pete Carroll throwing down near the goal line and it not turning out well. I think we've seen that before.
Feels like a flashback, doesn't it? You go back to the Super Bowl against the Patriots, and everybody expected them to run the ball, and they didn't throw it. Crucial interception that ended the game essentially for them. I think everyone thinks they're going to run it every single time now. That's just not going to be the case.
Here it's a costly fumble. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run the 10 to begin the drive. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12.
Jonathan Taylor, the ball.
No, Jonathan Taylor didn't get the yards you wanted on that carry. But I think this is central casting for him to be with the Colts. A big, strong, physical offensive line that goes with his running style. Elite speed, elite power. I think he'll catch more passes out of the backfield in the NFL than he did at Wisconsin. And yards after contact, that's his forte. The only thing he's got to improve on, taking care of the football. Put it on the ground way too often at Wisconsin. If he learns to hang on to it, he could be one of the surprises in the NFL.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff, Taylor with it. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Jonathan Taylor, the ball.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
He was tackled at the 40.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It was Jamal Adams up from his safety spot to make the play behind the line.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On second down, it's Hines, and he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. The Colts on 3rd down, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 8. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Benson Mayowa able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returning it is Moore. An excellent return that time, 26 yards.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go, and move on to the next series.
The end result, 21 yards.
1st and 10.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And he slings one that's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, He should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself,
And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired and they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here?
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down and 3. Now a give, right side. Hines. It's a foot race. The 40, 20, 10. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 71 yards. Well, they know they've got a good starter. Now the guy coming in to spell him shows he can run it pretty good as well.
And I think he appreciates the starter, wearing people down, tiring them out a little bit. He took full advantage, didn't he? Came in with fresh legs and carried the ball.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
Rigoberto Sanchez.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Seattle now ready to march out of the field. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down.
Brings up second.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 45-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Wilson. Short throw to Disley. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Wilson's pass.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing again here, Wilson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And he's going to keep it here. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though. Huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
That's a gain of 7.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Circle round twice for the encore. Let's go, D.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Now, a field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. He will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. But they are all even to this point. So to see if either side can pull away, let's get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the start of the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
To throw is Wilson, escaping the pressure right. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
For the extra point. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. That time a 6-play drive. And it was Russell Wilson fence off with a touchdown run.
Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Takes it at the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time, and it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Bruce Irvin, his 2nd sack of the night.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's fielded at the 45. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. And out now come the Seahawks. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Under the category of obvious, you hate giving up a first down on 3rd and long. And somehow, he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
If you look at the coverage defensively, oh, this is great, but no one accounted for him at the quarterback spot.
At some point, you actually have to tackle it and get him on the ground short of the first down marker.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
He'll take over first down.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I know that on draft day, Jonathan Taylor was disappointed he didn't go in the first round, but when he heard his name called in the 2nd round by the Indianapolis Colts, he had to be jumping up and down with excitement because of their big, strong, physical offense.
And now look at him go. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play.
And oh, he coughed it up, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Fumble on the play, recovered by the defense.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start? He's got a man, complete. The 20.
In your face!
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 74 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And it's up and good. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Takes it at the 7. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
We focus our attention now on T.Y. Hilton as he gets ready to head back onto the field. He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have 2 touchdowns. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An excellent gain, 35 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Rivers is going to fake the give to Taylor and set up to throw it. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Seahawks have picked it up. As his guys will get the football back.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Brings up second.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Wilson on first down. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack, but that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Hines. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
At the 7.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Campbell making the catch. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. The ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Wilson's
Picked off by Malik Hooker. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
the 50-yard line.
Rivers going to bring the Colts up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down.
Loss of 11 yards.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside
we
the
got
20.
plenty of fight, baby.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 65 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is up to 14. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. Moving play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
Myers to kick off for Seattle.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Takes it at the 7. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Rivers on first down. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
To Jack Doyle.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
At the 30-yard line.
Throwing Rivers. He's got it to Hilton. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Mike 54. Mike White, 89.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Zach Pascal, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
On 2nd down, Rivers again. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, 1st down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Rivers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
T.Y. Hilton once again, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. They'll throw again, Rivers. And Pascal's got it. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Zach Pascal, 52 yards. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Blankenship out for the point after. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And able to get this out to the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll drop to throw. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Wilson to Metcalf that time. First down, Seattle. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, first and 10. Indy set to go on offense once more. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Rivers now to throw on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. The defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, or they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And up 2 scores late. No clue why you do this here, but they're going to go for the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. first down. Rivers. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, 26 yards. And the Colts have got it back to a one-score game. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And he'll bang that one through. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
27-yard line.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 27. And right away, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. It's a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. That catch good for only a couple.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he's not even going to come close. A big loss in the wrong direction on 4th down. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Rivers and the Colts going to come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Loss of 6 yards.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well. Trying to get the ball to his tight end in the center of the field where he runs a lot of his routes and ostensibly is extremely comfortable. He was hoping he'd find a seam and a big gainer to go along with it, but that one was incomplete.
Here's 4 on the return. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for him there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
10 yards.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Now Wilson. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
Offense.
Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
Wilson's pass.
It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Again, Wilson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Incomplete.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play that time for the Colts. 45 yards.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. The give to Taylor. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. They run once more with Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor taking it in. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
filet
steak.
at
Come
maximum.
on. You can't give the guy a skirt steak.
Filet, 10-ounce, 16-ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. And he's able to put it through. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
31-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. That's complete into the hands of Carson. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9. Now Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
10 at the 43-yard line.
On first down, Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, just like last play.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40.
Wilson. Shelling through the defense. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they're facing a big third down now in this tie ball game. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 19. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
On third down, the defense decided to blitz. A very good job of recognizing it, stepping away from the pressure, and finding open space to scramble and pick up a first down.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Now Wilson. Forced out to his left. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Here's Wilson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. They'll try and run for it. So give them the first down, first and goal after a pickup of 4, and the decision to go for it pays off.
Add that one to the good run tally right there. He's been strong throughout this game, and there's no reason to suggest he's going to slow down in the fourth quarter at all. And that's exactly what they need him to do. Keep churning out first downs.
That's complete right around the 8. He'll be ridden out of bounds. Didn't even come close to sniffing the end zone. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and 8 coming up. Wilson to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. DeForest Buckner in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. Throwing is Wilson. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. The tackle made by K.J. Wright. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and
now the first throw in overtime for Rivers. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jonathan Taylor there. But now it'll be 3rd down. What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. From the gun, Rivers. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Unable to stop K.J. Wright there as he slips by for the sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
It's taken to the 26. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
47-yard line.
Now what can Wilson do here in the OT? This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I think that was a pretty good read right there. They caught him in zone defense and went to the hitch. And because they're in zone, that creates a natural space between the defenders and the receiver, able to get it to him quickly and let him get upfield.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
That's
another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. 2nd down and 3, ball on the 7. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Anthony Walker in there to drop him, and that is the 7th time tonight that he has gone down. They'll run the screen with Carson. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Okay, so interesting here. A field goal would win this thing, but the kicking team on the sideline, and they're going for it on 4th down. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. On 2nd and 7, Rivers. Campbell making the catch. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and inches.
On 3rd down, Hines. And he loses the football a 2nd time. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were. And so possession will remain with Indy. On 1st down, it's Hines. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Rivers is going to fake the give to Taylor and set up to throw it. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards, a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run with Taylor. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Jonathan Taylor.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Puna Ford on the stop. It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Indianapolis.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Bruce Irvin in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. And that sack leaves Rivers and the Colts with a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7, though, on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored, that's your ball game. Can't wait to see the defense now. Do they get a little more aggressive in order to not let the team just drive the ball easily down the field?
Got to be careful, though, right?
Yeah, if you're too aggressive, you just give up something easy and cheap. But some defensive coordinators, they'd rather take a stand that way as opposed to being nickeled and dimed down the field.
Steps away to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that time almost intercepted. That would have changed things here in overtime, but instead 2nd down.
It's now
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
intended for deep.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Wilson.
A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
7-yard line.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that 1st down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, he's going to take off with it. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 14. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Well, right now, every little bit of yardage helps. So they're obviously well within his range. It's just about keeping the football and getting in the right spot.
Know your kicker. Get, as you mentioned, get it to the right spot, the place that he wants to kick it from. And if you do decide to throw the football, it either goes to your team or no one. It's the only kind of throw you make.
Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goal's from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.